Welcome students. Welcome to e-commerce video lecture. Unit 4 electronic data interchange. First video. Think you heard that video. Now the second video we are going to do about EDI process, the EDI components. This is our syllabus. Look at our 4th unit, introduction. First video completed. Second video which we are going to understand about EDI standards. Our videos are third video, benefits and limitations of EDI. Fourth one is types of EDI. Fifth one is EDI software implementation steps. Sixth video is EDI applications. Seventh one, legal, security, privacy. Okay. There is a comparison between EDI and e-commerce. Okay. So we will move to directly. Definition of EDI and EDI process, history, documents, users. This is the first video content. Okay. Now the second video consists of EDI process, EDI components. Here in this picture we can understand the EDI process. A business to business gateway is connecting all the stakeholders of EDI, those who are exchanging the EDI documents. Everywhere you will find 850, 850, the bank 850 is not there, I think. And 850 for the factory, 850 for storage, 850 for the customer. So it is a document code which can be exchanged between these stakeholders. 820 code in between the user and bank. Maybe this may be related to payment. Friends, so what exactly the EDI is? EDI is exchange of documents between computer to computer or within the company with other companies. Okay. In detail, we will understand EDI process. And EDI components are EDI standards, EDI software, and communication, EDI communication software. Right. Now EDI process. So there is a buyer is there, supplier is. Purchase order is raised by the buyer and invoice is sent by the supplier. This is the flow of documents between the two parties. So EDI standards provide a common data format. This here important issue or we have to understand in this EDI is a common data format is communicated between the stakeholders. Enabling computers to communicate. There are several EDI standards in use today along with standards for specific industries. So sending and receiving EDI documents can be seamless and efficient way to conduct the. So traditional document exchange will take a long time. But the EDI is there is no paper, no people, and there is no time itself until unless the technology supports. So this how the documents will go through between the company. We'll look at it. So step 1, identifying the data. So what they have to enter. Suppose purchase order, whatever the information they would like to fill up, that will be filled up in a data in internal format. So purchase order document was filled in computer and that was translated into EDI format, create EDI document. So whatever the information we filled, we click into that EDI translator. EDI translator will translate it into EDI document. We have knowledge about PDF, I think. First we will make into Word and without editing that one and without using the format, we make into PDF. Okay, that the same format can be shared with the other persons. In the same manner, EDI document. First we enter in that format. Later EDI translator will convert into EDI document. Next, coming to that document is ready to transmit. So document is transmitted. EDI document is transmitted to EDI network service provider directly to the receiving company's computer. So receiving EDI documents, received the EDI transmitted EDI document, and that system will convert the EDI document into, and we can see into next slide. Again, translator will work, convert into normal. This is like the documents were communicated between the two computers with the companies. So received the transmitted document. This is the process of receiving company. Transmitted EDI document, convert the EDI document for our internal purpose to view in our format, and feed the data into personal system for receiving company. Okay, so this is the EDI process. EDI process. You just look at sending company, translator, converted to EDI document, transmitted in this format. Now the EDI document is ready in the receiving company. Receiving company computer translate the EDI document, and now it is in readable format. The receiving, where the sending company is sent in which format, that is presently viewable by the receiving data format. So this is a fully integrated system, and there is no paper, no people, almost no time. This is the EDI process. So here we had some comparison between traditional transmission of data and EDI transmission of data. In traditional method, data entry personnel will enter the document information into a computer. In same manner, EDI also, our data entry operator or the accounting clerk will enter the information of purchase order. In same manner, purchase order paper will be prepared. So there will be some format of forms are there in duplicate or triplicate that will be filled up by the either accounting clerk or some. In traditional method, the business application creates a document file and sends to file to a printer. Okay, this was taken into a printer. Now we will print a purchase order through printer. So here the EDI application creates a document. Look at here this one document. EDI document is created. Okay. Yeah. Printer prints the document. EDI file converts the document into EDI document and send it to VASP, value added service provider. That will take charge of transmitting the data. Support personnel place the document into envelope, and that is addressed to a customer. So we will the printed document purchase order keep in a envelope and we will write our supplier's address. But in this EDI, value added service provider delivers the document to the customers. Another value added service provider mailbox. So once we click on the send in EDI, that will go to our supplier's mailbox. And goes to the postal department according to the time, and it will be delivered. Same way the mail is in mailbox, our purchasing order is ready to view in the EDI format. Customer receive the envelope and open it and remove the document. So he will open that one. In same manner, EDI document is converted into present to file readable format with the help of translator. Customer enter the document information in their computers. So according to that, he will prepare an acknowledgement or invoice. In same manner, information will be same. Supporting documents were developed in the EDI. Again, that business application, this will be again posted to the buyer Again, this will be sent to the buyer through this. So here, people are there, documents are there, time is there, time frame is there. Here, no people, no paper, and no time at all. That is the difference between traditional as well as EDI. Okay. Now come to the standards. Standard in the sense they separate a rule or the frame or format which will be applicable to the either industry or whole for all industry. Okay. So meaning of standard is a usable, well-defined, generic language format that enables organizations to communicate documents without a human interpretation or intervention. Your intermediate marks memo need not to be make understand to each college. It will be printed a format that can be acceptable by all the people, those who are taking into consideration, degree or the government, whoever it is. So a format which was designed, which is acceptable, can be understood in a language and enable the organizations to communicate the documents without human interpretation or intervention. No need to Telangana State Board of Intermediate to come to the college, your college, and explain this is a student and his father name is this one, his all ticket number is so and so, and he appeared the exams. These are the exams he appeared. In this maximum marks are this one. He gained this one. His percentage is like this. So the document itself self-explained. So they developed a format which is understandable and easy to communicate the information to each other. In same manner, EDI will develop some well-defined generic language format that can be usable by the organizations within and with other. So there are two types of standards. One is proprietary and the other one is generic. Proprietary is for their own organization. APSRTC, PSRTC documents are communicated within their organization. That format may not be applicable or used by Usmania. Cannot be used by Usmania University. So if those syntax or formats, rules, definitions are for their own organization and difficulty to manage when multiple trading partners are involved. Earlier, they have their own formats, and whenever they integrated with the colleges, banks, and then they have to change their method of application forms like that. Okay. Now, what they are doing, they changed the application form types and included college code number, course code number, like that. But now they are issuing the online bus passes. So whenever the proprietary documents are there, and it is difficulty to manage to or edit to communicate with the other parties. And it is more complex setup required in translation software or programs must be written to accommodate. So there is a separate software we have to develop to translate their industry's documents. If it is a general software is there, which is Windows operating system is there, so that can be installed in any computer. If there is other software is there, but integration it will take time. Okay? For example, printer, you take a printer. So earlier when when I purchased a printer, along with the printer, driver's CD is supplied. So what I have to do? I have to install the CD, first I have to connect the printer, later I have to insert the CD, and I have to choose the appropriate drivers and install. Then there is a communication between computer and printer will be tested. So for each company which is developing the developing, which is manufacturing the printers, they have to write a software to integrate all types of operating systems. So presently what they are doing, they are, whenever they are coming with a model, they are giving a updation in the software itself, operating system itself. When the operating system is upgraded, then automatically new printers are connected with that, or connected with the computers. Okay. So for each organization, translation software have to be developed. It is a difficult task. Now coming to the generic standards. So these are used by many companies. With the same format can be used by many companies. You take a checkbook, digital check, which we learned in last videos. That format will be used by all the companies. So first, in favor of will be their name. Next will be amount written in words, signature, either digital signature or whatever it may be, check number, MICR number, account number, IFSC code, branch, in which branch my check is there, branch code. Okay, all these will be automatically appeared in the checks which I am going to write. That format, once I shared with the other stakeholders, easily they can understand and accept the check. Money will be transferred or whatever. That is called generic syntax or rules definitions. So it is more manageable when multiple trading partners are involved. So like that, a application form which we developed, the platform of Android, can be downloaded or integrated with many phones. And if I have to develop with the other iOS app for the Apple, and will be limited to few only. So that's why most of the people prefer to buy Android phone compared to the Apple phone, because many apps are available and those can be integrated with the many applications as well as softwares like that. So well suited for commercial translation software. Well suited. Then why do we need standards? Because this EDI is a document. EDI, electronic data interchange document, can be sent and received by the computers. So these computers have to understand, translate the document into readable format. Readable format document can be translated to EDI format. EDI format document can be translated to readable format. So that's why we have to make understand the computers. So some 850 document code, 850 code document is this one. The components of 850 documents are like that. So we are learn the computers to understand, or make understand the computers about the documents which we are going to share. That's why the separate rules, syntax we have to develop. You see, the HTML language syntax will be different, Java language syntax will be different, C language will be different, C++ will be different. If I am expert in C language and C++, I am trying to enter the code of C++ in C language, it cannot understand, because translation software is different for the C language and C++. So I have to learn the codes which can be understood by the language, C language. If I use those codes, then only it can understand. Okay. So what is these standards will minimize the difficulties and expenses of the trading partners, which they can create their own formats, can be used by many businesses. Okay, that is the need of the standards. So who will develop these standards? There are 6 bodies are there. These bodies will develop the standards according to the industry-wise. EDFACT is for administration, commerce and trade, and ODT is for the teletransmission. EAN for European article numbering, VDA, ANSI. These are some of the bodies which developed their own set of EDI formats. These are some bodies exist to develop and maintain these EDI formats or messages. Okay. Then next coming to the different organizations, how they are developing. You just go through the text. Okay. So EDI, ODT, EAN, VDA, ANSI X12 is the standard American standard. Many messages are translation sets are. This is very rarely used in ANSI is used in C language also. So why are there so many standards? Because many industries are there, and industries are their own setups, their own document sharing is there, and some of the you take a note of SAP, securities. SAP is one language, okay? So in that FICO is there, financial and financial related software is there, where all financial adjustment. Okay, so there are some protocols are there, regulations that will be if the language was developed like that. So the groups of partners would simply agree among themselves what data to send and how to position in its file and become impractical as EDI grow in popular. Whenever I am communicating you are able to receive this communication. So our language of communication is English because your medium of instruction is English. When I am teaching English, you are able to understand these concepts. So if I try to explain in Tamil or some other language which you don't know, you cannot. So for among you and me, and we agree to communicate between English. That's why these bodies will develop a common language or platform, syntax and format, which can be understood by both the parties. That's why these were different organizations for different platforms. So groups of users with a common interest got together to develop the first standards such as automotive or retail industry. So in the last video also, 1968, there is a committee which asked to develop a standards for transportation department, for reservation, whatever it may be. For all their needs, they asked to develop the syntax, definitions, rules, formats, and syntax. So that can be possible to share among only transportation department. In the same manner for automotive, banking, retail industry, like that. Okay? The stage saw an emergence of such standards as ODT, ANA, which developed standards for the UK automotive and retail sectors respect. To see the Ola and Uber. When the Ola was introduced, first we are trying to book over phone. First we book a car over phone. Later we call them, they told that car booking can be possible through application. So again we downloaded the application and booked that one. Now it is integrated with the bank payments, okay, GPS and telephone integrated with the phone connectivity. Maybe message is there or not, I don't know. So all are integrated. So a separate protocol was developed for a particular sector. Okay. So now look at the food supply companies. Okay, like that Zomato. So they have their own software and the documents which they are exchanging themselves will be different. So for the respective organizations, standards ODT was developed in that UK for automotive and the retail sector. Similar bodies were also being established in other countries, such as VDA for automotive industry in Germany. So EDI factories for administration, commerce, and trade. So why many are there? There are many usages are there, many requirements are there, many companies are there for different types. That's why many bodies were came up to develop these standards. Okay. So you look at the EDI standards. EDIA for only for transportation, which was developed in 1979. UCS is for only groceries, developed in 1982. WINS is for exclusively warehousing, 1982. ANSI X12 till it is using cross industry. In the sense, these are the formats which can be used by all industries. 1983, Rosetta.NET, IT supply chain, pump board, and steel industry. These are used in North America. Then next, international standards. These are trade accounts for the retail used in the UK. ODT, we discussed it is exclusive for automotive, developed in Europe in 1985. Like that, all are how these standards for which industry their purpose, when in which region it was developed, when it was developed. Like that. Okay. Next, EDI software. So a language or software is required. The major functions of EDI software is data conversion, data formatting, and data communication. There are 3 jobs are there. The software will do data conversion. Look at the first slide in communication. The purchase order is converted into EDI format, data conversion. And it is in EDI readable format. And that can be communicated with the computer of seller or supplier. It consists of computer's instruction that translate the information from unstructured company-specific format to the structured EDI. So whatever the Word document I am preparing in MS Word or MS Excel, how it is converted into PDF according to its structure. Unstructured Word is converted as a structured PDF. Structured PDF. In the same manner, the unstructured document is converted to the specific format to the understand by the EDI software. The implementation of EDI software, mapping between the different document types, connect to business partner, possibly provide integration to other business applications. So for this, we can easily understand with your those applications. Whenever you are happy that you passed intermediate, now you want to apply. Okay. So now Telangana government is developed a website. In that website, those website, you have to download the application, fill up your credentials. So in that, what it is giving, you are asked to enter your intermediate hall ticket. Once you entered your intermediate hall ticket, all the information which you were provided at intermediate, name, father name, and everything will be pre-filled with the columns given. So here, number 1, those application is mapped with the Board of Intermediate Hall ticket numbers. Now you are providing your other documents, other information, that is your caste, income, Aadhaar number, like that. Now different, and you are also you are giving your income certificate number, and now for those application is mapped with the revenue department, and later you will submit that one. in submission, you are taking into account of different colleges. Once you give a college code, select the college code, you have been allotted a particular college and your application will go to particular login portal of a particular college. Again, this is mapped with the college. Once the college approved and you are taken to admission, then they will click a submit button, and now you are barred from selecting the other options. That is also mapping with the college. Now scholarship, now bus pass, later your passport, okay, later any other government applications or whatever. So your data is integrated with many for the bank and everything. That's why a beautiful project that was Aadhaar is a possibility to integrate with each and every application or the business partners. Okay. In business, PAN number is there, I think. As trader's identification number is there. So that is the identification mark can be connected with the other businesses, which can be provide integration to other business applications. So what are the softwares are there? One is application software, which can enable the point of entry. Interface software, used for editing, formatting, and auditing. Translation software, which then maps the data from EDI format into readable format and readable format into EDI format, and it will ask the communication software to transmit the other supplier or other computer using some protocols. Okay, this is the information about EDI software. How many maybe softwares are? All are integrated only in that EDI software. All are integrated in that one software will look at the application, will take care of integration, another one interface, another one translation, another one is look at into communication. Next, coming to the communication software, EDI communication. These are the EDI software. Whenever you are jumped into real working with the accounts, then you will know about these software. May be given training and how to use this. These are the softwares which are used for the communication document by different industries. EDI communication. How the EDI communication will take place? Communication is between the exchange of documents between two computers in the one organization. Transmission other is not addressed by the standards. Communication will be taken place by the separate software. There are separate networks are there. PAN network is there, point-to-point network, proprietary network in the sense they have their own network. So no other will be entered into their network. They have their own communication. Like SPAN is there, state wide area network. So this is used by the only government, and no other party can enter into. So that is called proprietary. ISP, which we are using, combination of both. Hence, all are also available. So some communication products can be tightly coupled with the translation. Sometimes they are also provide the translation software also. Students, this is regarding our second video, which we discussed. One is EDI process, another one is components of EDI. EDI process, another one is components of EDI. EDI process we understood. Components consist of three. What are they? Standards, application software, and communication. The students will meet you next video. Next video consists of you are going to understand in video. Try to Google the information, benefits and limitations of EDI. So hope you purchased the book, e-commerce book for Kalyani Book. Look at information about benefits and limitations of. Bye students, take care.